Yes, people, we have a great artist joining us today on the Big Bad Station, arawakradio.com. So without further ado, please, artist, please introduce yourself and let the listeners know a little something about you.
Oh yeah, greetings, masses. My name is Nkulee Dube, the daughter of Lucky Dube. I am a performer, an artist, award-winning, international award winner. I am a dancer. I play drums. I play guitar and keyboard. Yeah, I'm just a cool person.
Yes, you are a cool person, for real. But I'm always interested. I know you mentioned your father there, a great legend in the music, but how did your journey begin? How did it all start for you?
For me, it started at the age of 16. I was working with Lebo Matosa, one of our queens in South Africa, who's late right now. She passed away in 2006. Oh. So she's the one who gave me at the beginning, because I was doing backings for her at the time. And she just gave me the mic and said, freestyle. Wow. Like in front of a stadium. Like she was like huge, like big. So her crowd was like, yeah, humongous. So then that's how I started. And then after that, that's when I released my first album at the age of 16. So that's where it started for me.
Wow, what amazing. Do you remember the feelings you had, or did you just feel nervous?
I fainted, I think, a few times.
Oh, gosh. I can't imagine.
I think I fainted a few times.
Wow, I can't imagine. Wow. But lots of people would have heard of your dad, Lucky Dube. How do you embrace that? Because when I've spoke to, artists such as, Julian Marley, for example, how big the Marleys are, and then you have other artists such as, Peter Tosh and so on, they just say it is a part of our life. We know how big they are. But how about yourself? How do you embrace? How do you embrace your father and what he brought to the music?
Yeah, for me, it was different because I grew up in a different side of the world. And then when I met him, I was already a teenager. I already finished high school. I already did my graphic design. I already had my marketing degree. So I was already a grown up. So when I met him, so I don't know how he was when people were young, if I was young, But I knew, because I left everything. I left my job. I wanted to spend time at home. Yeah. So to get to know my siblings, to get to know everybody. It was just it was just normal. Let me just say, it's your dad. It's just going to work type of thing. It didn't have any extra things on it, like your dad is a celebrity and whatnot. No. It was just normal. He was just dad. That's it.
Wow. And do you have any memorable moments in regards to either music or something you would like to share to the listeners out there that you remember with your dad?
Every Sunday we would have a braai, which is like a barbecue, like you have your vegetables and smoke them and in a grill. Yeah. So we would do that, and then we would play music. So play drums, and we would just have a session. So that's one of the most memorable moments in terms of music that I had with my father. Yeah, but he never wanted us to actually be part of the music industry at all.
Oh wow.
Especially the girl. Yeah, because it was like it's a very, very dirty industry, which is true. Yeah. But he wanted to protect us and be a doctor, go and study and be a doctor, be a something else that has nothing to do with this. Yeah. He was very terrified, especially for the girls. And unfortunately for him, both his daughters are in the music industry. So that's what happened. Listen. My sister and I, yeah.
Wow, so you both didn't listen to him. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. So,
that's what happened.
So, speaking of yourself, you're so... first of all, I want to big you up as an artist because I love your music. I love the fact that you embrace Africa.
Thank you.
I love the fact that you do that because not many artists do. I know reggae artists as us, we in particular embrace Africa, but not many do. So big you up.
Yeah. Thank you.
But what's the message in your music that you want the listeners to take away?
Basically, the music, the message that I would like people to take is that the elders, they're the ones who know the road. They've lived it, they've walked it, you know.
Yeah.
Basically, let's go back and sit down with our grandmothers once in a while. For me, I don't come from a culture where, you know, we take our grandmothers somewhere. When they get too old, we leave them somewhere in some place or whatever. So we don't come from that, which is normal, obviously, all around the world. So for us, I just want people to go back to their grandmothers and link, because they are the library, they are the history, they know everything. They can tell you everything. They were there.
Yeah.
So go back to your grannies and find out the truth and where you're going and who you are as a person, as an individual, as an entity here. So they know better than us.
Yeah.
That's my message. Let's go back to our grandmothers, reconnect to our elders. That's how it is. And then that's how we learn respect. That's how we learn humbleness. That's how we learn unity. That's how we learn love from them, because they've lived it. They know. They were 33 before. They were 20 before. They were 10 before.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's my message, yeah.
Wow, you know, it's actually, I feel like I've been here before, because I've had this conversation with my own friends, my own people, and said, look, listen, I feel like we need to basically appreciate our elders, because as you mentioned, I'm in the UK now, we kind of like just forget them, or we say, oh, their life is over when they reach a certain age, but I don't think so. I don't think so. So I appreciate you saying that, for real. But what is the culture like in South Africa? Because, of course, I just feel like it's amazing what you've just said. So what is the kind of, I suppose, I'm going to say procedure, but it's not a surgery, but you know what I mean, in regards to when somebody is getting older, what kind of happens? What happens in South Africa for you?
We traditionally in South Africa, we have a lot of appreciation in terms of when it comes to the elderly, because obviously, as I said, they know the way. So in South Africa, we have that situation where, like, an elderly person, if they pass away, it's like you watching a library burn down, and no one can stop it. You see? So we take it like that. You need to find out more. That's how we learn how to marry culturally. That's how we learn how, when we have kids, this is what we do from them.
Yeah.
So in South Africa, we have that more appreciation. Like when I get married, my mom comes with me. She stays there. Or my husband's mother is there. But there's always an elderly person in every home. So that, you know, she comes and stays with you as a husband, as a wife. And then when you look at it outside of Africa, people are like, oh no, my mother-in-law, you know, we don't get along, and she can't come and stay in my house. You know, she has her own house, which we forget that she's an elderly person by herself in a space where we should be taking care of her. We should be washing her feet. We should be feeding her if she doesn't feel like picking up a fork by herself, because she has worked hard enough for years for you to have this home. So that's how we take it in Africa, I would say, in entire Africa, I would say.
Wow, you know, to me, that's amazing, to be honest. To me, to actually hear it, it's such a uplifting statement to say. So I can't wait to come back to Africa. When this lockdown's done, I'm coming back.
Oh my God, come here.
I can't wait, for real.
It's going to be amazing.
I can't wait. But you know what? I need to ask you this, because you shared the stage with one of the artists that I really always listen to, which is Sizzla.
Yeah.
What was that like?
It was amazing. But then, you know what? Like, you can't be, for me personally, like, I'm a fan. You know what I mean when I say a fan?
Yeah.
Meaning I bring my own marker. I bring my own shirt. I am a fan. So I'm a groupie. Let me just say that. So when I met him, it was like, he's also looking at me from the same angle, like, you know, greetings, queen. I'm like, oh my God, you have to behave.
Yeah.
You have to now take the stator and come down and be Nkulee Dube, But in my mind, I'm like, oh my God. Yeah. So He was like that, yeah. So
Okay.
it was very awkward for me. I didn't know how to adjust because he's looking at me from a respect point of view that I'm, my father and all that,
Yeah.
And he's also like, oh my God, I'm gonna be on stage, like, oh wow, Lucky Dube, this and that,
Yeah.
And I'm looking at him like, oh my God, yeah. So I needed to be Dube.
Wow. That's funny actually. I wonder if he heard this interview, how he'd go.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine? But
I can't imagine.
the thing that interests me as
I'm
well.
a fan. I go crazy.
Oh, okay.
I go crazy. I go crazy. Anthony B, I went crazy. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I perform, I get off stage and I change and I'm there in front. I'm singing every lyric. So I am that girl. I'm that crazy.
So who inspires you, sis? Who do you look up to?
I mean, I look up to obviously Queen Eye Africa. She's one of the most amazing writers and delivery. She's amazing with her delivery.
Yeah.
Live performances are amazing. Itana, obviously, my one and only is Tanya Stevens.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that's the queen. That's the queen. And I got an honor to also perform with her. And she invited me on stage. I think I fainted twice, but yeah, I survived.
Wow. The fact is as well that you've mentioned 3 female artists, which is unusual. Lots of people usually go towards male artists, but you mentioned 3 female. Was that intentional or that's just who you like?
No, that's just normal. That's what I like. Men already men, we already know as female, especially under reggae and dancehall, females, we already have it already. They dominate. Men dominate. All the festivals, it's like 65 men and then 5 women, So obviously the people that I go and watch in terms of what I want to see are the females.
Yeah.
Because there's so less of us in terms of festivals and bookings and stuff like that. It's either we are featuring the guy or we are part of, So it's a blessing to be able to be part of a very big festival as yourself, as just you as a female. So yeah, I do appreciate my females. Yeah,
definitely. I respect that because obviously I'm a female DJ and a presenter, and it's nice to hear. It's nice to hear females just big themselves up. It's nice to hear another female big another female up. None of this kind of what they call it like beef, as they say in the UK.
Yeah, they try to do that a lot in all, especially when it comes to women that they look as queens or up there type of thing. Yeah. So they try to put us together and make us fight. But for us in reggae, it's different. We when you see it in the media, when they say something about Queen Eye Africa and Nkulee Dube or something like that, I call her. I'm like, did you know that we're fighting? She's like, oh girl, I don't know nothing about that. You see, so we know each other because we linked with each other. So because there's so little of us, so we have to keep it together. We cannot have them break us at all. So yeah, that's the situation.
It's crazy. I get annoyed at stuff like that because it feels like they're trying to break something that's so positive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they don't do that to men. Yeah. God knows when I come back after my next life, I am definitely male. Okay?
Wow.
I need to revenge everything that they've done. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So they don't do that to male artists. Even if when they do it, male artists just come together and they do a song and show that we are cool. Type of thing, but they don't give us that allowance or to even link in terms of a song because her verse is more stronger, her vocals are better, they just tear us apart.
Yeah.
But so then we fight that my voice is better than yours and your voice is whatever, and this, you know what I mean. So then they put us in that situation. It's normal. It's the industry, I guess.
Yeah, but terrible at the same time. But I'm glad that you guys have got each other's numbers and you're linking so that you can say, look, this isn't right, is it? Do you know what I mean? You can actually ask each other.
Yeah, I would like to have more numbers from the queens, just to call them. Sometimes maybe I'm stalking them, but yeah.
Don't recommend that.
because I'm a fan.
So, you mentioned earlier that
I'm a fan. I'll be like, oh my God, I've got Queen of Africa's number. That's what fans do.
So, you mentioned earlier that you dance as well and you play the drums. Tell us something about that and where you do it so we can check you out.
Usually both of those things. I was trained as a ballerina from young, and signed to a company, and then grew up and then met with the Queen Umatoza. But in terms of dance and stuff, you see me on stage live. I try to put it there, but I don't dance anymore in terms of anywhere. Unless you see me in a club.
Okay, you need to do that, man.
But,
you need to do a dance show.
With drums, I usually play with my band. Like, do I do a dance show?
Yeah, you should do a dance show.
That would be great. That would be awesome.
That'd be wicked.
So I don't really, in terms of dance, do as much, except on stage. I do incorporate my dance side on stage, but the drums and instruments I play with the band when I'm teaching them a song or I'm in studio recording something, and so I don't want to be, because I'm too jumpy on stage. I don't think I can be the artist that has a guitar on her hand or any instrument. I need to be free. I need to just jump up and down.
Oh my gosh. It's incredible how much you actually do and how much you put together and how you did it, because you do so much. Or is it just happened is what I'm trying to say?
I wouldn't know, because it's not like I studied for it. I just I've worked with bands since I was 4, so you just take things from there and there. It's like doing hair. It's like you see someone doing hair and you're like, oh, this is how you do it. And so as I grew up, as I'm playing with all these different bands, and I was part of a group. So VOG, that's the group. So so I learned just going through, learning in life. And then I would just take the guitar and show this guy, this is the note that I want, and play it. And then have him continue playing. So it's not like I learned it anyway. I would say it just happened. Let me just say that. It just happened.
Okay, so it's just part of your destiny, man.
Yeah.
For real. And when you are about to go on stage and there are so many people, how do you kind of control your energy? Is there a ritual you do, or how do you kind of keep those nerves in?
I basically pray to all the gods. Oh my God, save me! Like you're fainting. It's like it's you just go into a trance. But usually we just pray.
Yeah.
Invite our ancestors. Invite invite God into our circle. And then after that, when we separate with the band and everybody, after we've blessed the place and told our ancestors that we're all here. So they have to come also to assist us and also to help us show these people and their ancestors, great show. Then I'm left by myself. That's when I freak out.
Okay. Wow.
And I'm like, oh my God. So, but it is daunting to be in front. And what my father told me was that if you don't get nervous anymore, it means you don't respect what you're doing. You don't respect the space that you're in.
Yeah.
It has to terrify you to be in front of people. It has to terrify you to have all that power. So you have to humble yourself. So if you don't have nerves anymore, that means you have an ego. That means you have, you feel like, I got this type of thing. So that means you don't invite, your ancestors are not invited. God is not invited because you got this. Nerves are there because all these energies are around you. All the energies that are protecting you are around you. So you have to feel them and be nervous. Your body can't be normal.
Yeah.
It can't be normal. You have to feel something.
Wow.
So when you don't have that something, that means you're not connected anymore.
Definitely. I agree with that, because when I'm in front of a stage, either DJing or talking or something, my body shakes. Like my legs shake. My leg like really badly. So I need some tips how to calm it down.
You have to accept it and allow it, because it's your ancestors, it's your angels, it's your people touching your knees or holding your shoulder or they're there with you. So your body has to react to that.
Yeah.
That's what we believe nerves are.
Wow, that's
Yes.
so powerful. That whole statement is really powerful. The fact that your ancestors are touching you, ready to do what you need to do in front of so many people.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing, for real. And you know what? I want to talk to you about your song, I Am a Woman. Tell us about that tune, because I'll be honest with you, it made me cry when I first heard it.
Yeah, yeah. It was written from that angle in terms of energy. Yeah. Because my mom passed away. And when she passed away, I was like, oh my God, like, I was freaking out. Like, I'm the only child now. So from her, I'm her only child. So I felt like she left a child. I still need to grow. I need my mom. Like, who am I gonna call? Like, I was freaking out at night. So when I sat down and centered myself, I feel like I heard that she didn't leave a woman. She didn't leave a child. She left a woman. You are a woman. You are grown. And then I drew from what women are. Women work hard and they stay because of their kids, not because they love you. No, it's because my kids need to grow up in a safe home. So all the sacrifices that women do. So I put all of them, that energy, put that all together. Like I'm the one who goes and works. I have babies and I go back to work. That's how, yeah. So that's how it came about. Yeah, it did have that energy. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a deep song, and I would definitely encourage people to listen to that song. It's really powerful.
Thank you.
Can I just say I want to send my condolences to you. I didn't know that you lost your mom. I really I'm sorry to hear that news.
No, thank you. Yeah, I did. Yeah, in 2018.
Wow, and people, if they're listening, will say, "Oh, it's a long time ago," but it never goes away, for real.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Definitely. And
because you forget and then you try to call her and be like, oh my God, like when I won my award, I was like, I wanted to call her immediately. She's the first person that I would call. So, yeah. So it doesn't get, you don't get over it at all. Don't get over it.
Definitely. But I don't know how it happens in South Africa, but in England we have like gravestones and we go and visit. Do you have the same in South Africa where you can still visit a place?
We do. That's the culture. Yes, that's the culture. You have to clean the grave and, talk to her. That's how you heal, because you know for a fact that they are there. Physically, they are there.
Yeah.
And that's where you can, cry and, yell if you want or whatever. Yeah, and clean her grave and leave flowers because that's culture.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we do that too.
For real. And of course, I hope that when you do go, it brings you some sort of peace, I suppose. You can say, look, Mom, I've won the award at the gravesite,
Yeah. It is. Even when I bought my car, I drove it in the cemetery, reversed into the cemetery, and I was like, "Yay! Look, I'm in your car." Yeah. So yeah, it does help.
Yeah.
You do feel like you are closer to them when you go to their gravesites. Yeah, it is.
Wow, respect for that, definitely. And tell the listeners, a little something about your style in music, what you kind of like to listen to, and what energy you put into your music.
I'm music wise, I'm influenced by a lot of things. Like I like country music also. I like jazz. I like hip hop. I like all those type of things. All the influences in terms of sounds that I grew up with. So yes, all of them are covered in the umbrella of reggae. If you can listen to My Way, the full album, you'll hear a lot of jazz, a lot of dancehall. I have a lot of dancehall in there, but they all have reggae in them. Just a tribute to my father. That's why I try to add reggae in most of the songs. Maybe just a skank there and there, or some keyboard there and there. That sounds like it is reggae, but the song maybe dancehall or maybe hip hop or maybe. So what I like to listen to music that speaks to me in a sense, like music with words. Like I get it. It's a new thing now. It's nice and fun when you just go to the club and you don't want to listen to things. You just want to hear that. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
But just something that I will go home and think about type of music. Yeah.
Definitely, I like that. What do you think about? I'm gonna say the up and coming artists as well, that up and coming out of mostly Jamaica in regards to the senses of like Chronix, Kabaka, Pyramid, Protege. What do you think of their flavor and their style of music that they're bringing out?
I think they're great. I mean, I am a stalker. I mean, I'm a fan.
Same as me.
I am a fan of Chronix. We are on the same rhythm, honeypot rhythm. So yeah, he's one of the people that has made trains in the UK and in America. So I see him a lot in performances and stuff like that in terms of festivals and stuff. Yeah, he's doing great. So his sound is amazing. He has and I love that he sings also live. Like, live is better than anything. So that's why I'm a fan. I'm a great fan.
Definitely, I like that. The reason why I asked you is because there was a little bit of criticism in regards to it being more hip hop kind of flavor. So it'd have reggae in his sounds, but it's got a hip hop flavor. Do you think that is an issue? Because a lot of his tunes, I think, are absolutely amazing. But do you think it affects reggae?
I mean, people. Yeah, we have to understand, we are all influenced differently. We are young. We grew up in hip hop times. We grew up in, reggae from Bob Marley, from Lucky Dube, from Tosh. It's totally different to what we are doing now. So we cannot. Yes, we do give the props to the kings, and we keep the sound as it could be as much, but when we add ourselves also in it, so his influences are added into it. My influences of jazz and my influences of whatever I add onto the reggae that we all know. So I think people should just, this is how reggae is now. Yes, my father's sound of music, I also get the same criticism. People want me to do the same sound that my father did. But then that means I'm doing Lucky Dube's music.
Yeah.
Ways Nkulee Dube there. So when I add myself on it, it changes because it's added with my fusion. So whatever influences me shows in there. That's my sound. That's how I see reggae. That's how he sees reggae. So yeah, that's just how it is.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm always interested as well to have an idea. What do you think your dad would think of these times right now? Gotta ask.
Well, before he passed away, he did a song, "The World Is Changing."
Yeah,
he already had an idea. That it's not the same. It's not the same movement. There was an artist in South Africa that released an album, and my father got the unfortunate honor to be the one who, reviews his music, whatever. So he didn't know what to say because he said, "I don't understand. What are you saying? What's the message?" So you can tell that it's a different era.
Yeah.
But then that song was a hit in South Africa. It was a hit. And my father didn't get it. So he didn't approve it as one of the critics and whatnot. So he was like, I don't know what you are saying. I don't know what you're doing. What's going on in this song? So, yeah. And the guy ended up being one of the biggest artists in South Africa. And my father's approval or disapproval, it just didn't. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's different eras. What's hot now is not going to be hot in 1970 or 1980 and whatnot. So
yeah,
it's different eras.
For real. But what's next for you? What have you got coming up? I know we're all on lockdown, but is there any live events that you're doing or any new music you got coming out?
Yes, I am going to be releasing my album, The Journey. We wanted to release it in 2020, but, we're locked down. So, I do have, hopefully when they open for us next year, I do have a few places where I am going to go for the Sunshine. I'm going to be, June 5th at the P60 Amstelville. And then in June 6th, Africa Music Festival in Würzburg. And on the 18th of June, Reggae Sunshine Festival in France. In Summer Jam, we're doing Summer Jam again this year. I can't wait. Hopefully they open for us. Yeah. And Reggae Jam, Boomtown, Rotterdam, Spain in August. So it's going to be amazing.
Wow. That's amazing. Like, you got a long list there. Hope that they all go ahead and they all go forward, definitely.
Yeah, but let's be safe and protect ourselves.
Yeah.
This thing is real. It is real.
Yeah,
it is real.
For real. And lots of people are passing away, and it's very sad. So I hope in one way, obviously, music continues and you can go out and so on, but in another way, everyone just needs to be safe and protect each other.
Yeah, definitely. Love thy neighbor.
Yes.
That's it. Love thy neighbor.
Definitely.
Mhm.
And I'm always interested to hear from yourself and other artists in regards to if young people are listening into this interview, what kind of advice would you give them? If they want to get into the music business, what would you say to them?
Yeah. What I would say is basically find out and make research. The industry is a very amazing place. For example, like all the stages look glitz and glamour in the front, but at the back they have cables and they have this and they have that, and it's a mess.
Yeah.
So it's not what it looks like. It's not what it looks like. So then make your own research and find out. And when you leave your door to go and chase your dream, know who you are. Because if you don't know who you are, the industry is going to tell you who you are. And you're going to find yourself in a different, morally confused type of industry. Yeah.
Wow. It's so true, because I always say to the artist, what is it really like? Because we all see the stage performance, the kind of the glitz and the glamour, as they say, but we never see the hard work that each artist has to put in. We don't see the hours. We don't see setting up. So tell us what kind of hours you do and what kind of work you actually put into all of this.
It's a lot of work, like especially when we're gonna have a tour. Like I would be on tour for like 9 months. So whatever music that I would put, I have to have like maybe 10 or different sets, so that I don't repeat myself and do the same songs and do things like that. So we have to rehearse with the band. I have to be there. If I'm in Germany, I have to rehearse with the band in Germany and be there for 3 months before the show. Only one show maybe in Germany, but then I'll be there for 3 months.
Wow.
To rehearse with them and learn everything, and maybe because I like to be personal with my fans, I like to learn their languages when I get there and learn what they say when they do this, and what's hip, what if I do it, would it, things like that. There's names, and when I come to other countries, like Haraje, and everybody knows in the country that's their language. So I learn things like that, their culture. So that's why I take time in terms of 3 months for just one show.
Wow.
It goes a long way. Yeah.
Dedication is definitely there for any artist, any musician, but wow, 3 months is a long time.
Yeah, because people see it. People see it if you just going through the motions. People see it if you didn't put time into it. You have to know which songs of my father in that country were the ones that they like.
Yeah.
I can go to different country, and what they like there maybe from my father is slave. And in the other country, they don't. We understand slave, but one text man. So I have to be there long enough to understand what they want from me. What I want to give them, what they want from me.
Yeah.
So I rehearse those songs even if I didn't put them in the repertoire. That's why the band has to be there with me 3 months so we can learn them. Even if I have never performed them before, I have to learn the lyrics also and learn everything, so that when I perform, people see the authenticity that I'm coming from.
Yeah. Wow, respect for that, because that's dedication. That's real honor, for your fans, for everything like that. So I really appreciate you for that.
Yeah, thank you.
Definitely. And how can people get in touch with you? Say if they wanted to either book you or even do interviews with you, how can they connect with you?
Yes, on social media, we all like get me on the gram. At Nkulee Dube, Nkulee Dube, 24/7, which is my birthday. Nkulee Dube 24/7 on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And you can also find my music on iTunes, Spotify, and anything. You can just put my name and find it, I guess. Yeah. And you can book us on Nkulee Dube Productions at gmail.com.
Wow. I hope people you know, go and book you, go and check you out and support you definitely. And of course, you know, is there anything you want to say to the listeners out there before I ask you to sing a little something?
What I would like to say is just love thy neighbor. This is the times when we as humans, as beings, are tested in our unity. We are tested in our rasta, in a sense, you know, we are tested in our movements. So this is where we prove that we love each other. This is where we prove that we are because they are. So yeah, let's just unite. Let's just unite and protect each other and fight for each other. That's what I want to say.
Wow, it's a powerful message, definitely. And of course, as I just hinted then, would you be up for singing a little something for the listeners out there?
Yeah. I am the reason why you smile, yes I am the reason why you cry, yes I am the reason that you are, yes I am woman, I am the reason why you rise, yes I am your passion and your pride, yes I am the reason that you are, yes I am woman. Yeah.
Rastafari. Wow, sis. I appreciate every work you do because it's so powerful, and just that little piece there that made me smile from corner to corner. So I really appreciate your work.
Oh, wow.
Definitely.
Thank you.
And I hope that we get to meet one day. I hope we get to link up one day. That would be amazing.
Definitely. Send me your Instagram and watch me watch me follow you.
Anytime, I'll pass that over. I'll follow you on Instagram as well, and we can keep the link because it's definitely been a pleasure. And you know what? It's nice to hear a happy voice, even though we're in sad times. So I appreciate your love.
Thank you so much, my sister. Great energy, great energy.
How do you say goodbye in South African?
Salagashe.
Sala. Gashe. Gashe.
Yes.
Okay. Well, mine is a little bit more boring. It's just goodbye. I like that one. Salagashe. Yeah, man. I like that for real. Okay, I'm gonna use that sometimes in my when I'm finishing my radio show. I'm gonna be saying that.
Sangashe.
Hey.